Welcome back for the Mobile Gaming Fanatics. I'm MyTyme, this is Top Drives, and one of the focuses of today's video are going to be these Jaguar carbon fiber packs. Yes, they do tickle my fancy. Why? Well, because they are great exhibition bound packs, and Jaguar, to be fair, is a brand that I do want to work on. I really thought it would help my garage, especially my great exhibition part. Now, we'll come to that in just a moment. If we look at the other potential packs in this what do you call it? Shop is a good word, I suppose. Store. We'll go with store. At the moment, we have the 25 garage slots, which doesn't intrigue me too much. Style icon, which I'm giving a pass to, and the Japanese carbon fiber. Now, if you are trying to focus on your Japanese garage and that is your niche that you're going to work on, then yeah, potentially these packs will be of interest to you. Snap them up. But for me, I'm going for the Jaguar. Now, why do we have Jaguar packs at the moment? Because we have a UK tour event here, fast type, which requires 5 Jags. Now, my Jaguar collection isn't particularly good at the moment, okay? Now, I do have the XJR here maxed out, which is great, but as you can see, I'm working on the XKR here. I've decided, as I have quite a few super rares, in fact an abundance of super rares, I might as well start maxing out a lot more ultra rares that I feel I may use even if I haven't used them to now, and this certainly falls in that category. I will probably work on the XE as well, but as you can see, we're missing quite a few key cars here, and by key cars, let me come to the manufacturers and let me show you which ones I'm referring to. Now, fortunately, there are quite a few Jaguars that I would actually like to have, mainly being the CX75 here. This would be a great car to get. Subsequently, I love the F-Pace as well. This is a really good all-round, all-surface four-wheel drive car. Yeah, obviously if you get the CX75 there or the SVR Coupe here, either of those two would be decent legendaries. I'd love to have them in it, but the main two I'm looking for would be here if I was going to pull a legendary. Then as we move down and we look towards the epics, yeah, don't get me wrong, any of the legendary cars would be great to have in your garage for a Jaguar type event, but the I-Pace as well would be a decent epic to get. Now, it's okay, it isn't bad. It would help me along again with the F-Pace here, another car which would help me in these great exhibitions, especially when quite a lot of those events have off-road track conditions where these kind of big high ground clearance cars come in handy. And I think it's always key, if you're going to open a pack, you want to check and see what epics and legendaries there are that you actually want to get, because everyone can come out, you're guaranteed to get an ultra rare. But looking at the ultra rares here, I've got most of them or had them at some stage if I want to keep them, so I'm not opening this pack to get an ultra rare in particular. I'm opening this pack to try and get an epic or even better a legendary that I want. So as long as you can pick a couple of cars, another the XKR wouldn't be a bad epic to get, as long as you can see a few cars that could potentially come out of that carbon fiber that would help you and that you're happy to get. It makes it worth going for. When you go for carbon fiber looking for one specific car, it is obviously a lot more difficult and a lot less worth it in terms of risk to reward ratio. But that's what we're going to be going for. Now, I'm not doing particularly well in this event, okay? I will come and show you. Jaguars aren't my strong point. Now, if we go into a match, just to show you the kind of people who are up against, all dry, twist, speed, all that kind of good malarkey. As you will see along here, you will start to see quite a few people using the epic and legendary Jags. Quite a few of them are going to be very difficult for me to compete with, because as I said, my team is pretty weak at the moment. Now, what I like about Jag with their tag of the great exhibition as well is, if you look at them, they do their sports cars, okay, but they also have with the dynamic and medium ground clearance. Obviously with my deck, we've got the XJR medium ground clearance. Apart from Bentley, there's not that many that actually brands in the great exhibition tag that give you medium ground clearance. Now, yes, I know there are going to be some cars, so I'm not saying that there aren't any, but Jaguar and Bentley are the only really two that give you that medium ground clearance with a few options. So I wouldn't mind getting a couple more Jaguars to give me a few more options in events, especially events like this, because I've got the victory here on the fast circuit, I've got the victory here on a 0 to 100, but I'm going to lose both of these two. There's absolutely nothing I can do about that. So instead, what I have to try and do is I can take a victory on the fast circuit here, I can take a victory on the mountain hairpin, I can tie it on a 0 to 100 and pray that I don't get badly beaten on the mountain hill climb, which I am going to. I'm going to do more than 100 points here. Okay. Yes, as you can see, for me, I've got no chance of getting into the top 10 to get a ceramic pack here, which is fine. The slight issue I do have, though, kind of ironically, is if I do pull a Jaguar that I like, that I want to keep, I have a slight problem. That problem is I have a lack of resources. I have enough resources to level up any ultra rares that I want, and we're going to lose this by 4 points. I thought so. So I have enough resources to level up the ultra rares. Fine, okay? I'll come and show you. I will come and show you. In fact, I can probably do it from in here. Let's just go in here for a moment. I have. Let's see. Now let's not do it like this. Let's just go back into the garage. Yes, so I have enough resources to level up ultra rares without a problem. Okay, so that's what I'm doing now. Plenty of super rares spare. If I go to epics, however, and I want to level up an epic, if I pull a good epic card, this goes for the same even if it's a European Revolution tag, I don't have that many unlocked epics that I want to get rid of. I mean, yes, I will get rid of the roof 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if I need, 6 if I get stuck, 7, 8 if I get stuck, 9, 10, 11. I could probably max out one epic as it currently stands. Ironically, I'm more comfortable finding a legendary to max out. I have more epics now free that I would happily let go, especially with the nerf to the bosses. They can all go. I don't mind letting the Audi go. I've already got what I could build a second Discoverlante, but I don't mind letting them go. I don't mind letting I'll keep the Porsche for now. I'd let the Lamborghini go. I've already got one. Stingray, not so keen. I don't mind letting the TVR go. Don't mind letting the Aston Martin. Don't mind the BMW. I could probably max out, even including unlocking 1 or 2 epics I've already got locked, a legendary easier than maxing out an epic. So I've been stockpiling the epics, but I haven't been stockpiling the ultra rares. I've been working on them, and as a result, even if I do pull something good, I'm going to get stuck. I am going to get stuck because I don't have the resources to upgrade it. But on the other note, we are going to get at least 3 ultra rares from these packs, so even if I don't get anything I want, it will be fused material to work towards an epic, and it could help me max out an epic for the McLaren Senna finals. So let's see, anything good, the XK convertible, not what we're looking for, followed by all the XJ13 could be useful. Let me know, people, is this car actually worth keeping? Because I mean, it looks half decent, and I did have it. I did start to work on it. I'd actually put an upgrade into it, I think, before I fused it away, because I just realized I never used it anywhere. Happy though, again, another car to help me max out another legendary if I decide not to build it. Let me know in the comment section, is it worth keeping? Is it a Jaguar that, or actually I will get a decent amount of use from? But still, that's happy. You cannot complain. Get anything better than an ultra rare from these packs, you should be extremely happy. We're going to follow that up with the XKR. Okay, that's going to be an easy fuse because I already have one of those. I'm going to max one of them out. I'm not interested in maxing a second one out. So final pack, will we get either the F pace or the, was it C785 or whatever that legendary is? Will we be able to, when our pack luck allow us, to get that legendary, oh no, the Jaguar XFS. Okay, again, another car I have had. It does have the medium ground clearance tag. Not going to be the one though that I'm going to work on now. So 1 epic, 2 ultra rares, not going to complain about that. Good news is some cars to add to the stockpile for potentially maxing out another car for those finals. I do honestly think that this Senna finals, or Senna, should I say Senna? Why do I keep saying Cena? It's not wrestling. The Senna finals are gonna be probably out of my reach. I do think they're going to be pack heavy, and again, as I said, even if I do get the packs, I don't think I've got the resources to potentially put a decent onslaught onto the finals. We will see. We'll have to see what the group is like, what everyone else is like as well. But not having maxed out epics, not sure if it's going to be enough to put me into that top 10 category. Anyway, the next point I do want to go to on this video, and the stylish twist event is a great way to show you that, is I want to kind of show you tactics in events when you are doing kind of well in them. Okay, now forget the prizes here. The prizes here are just ceramic packs. I've not worked on any of these cars. Okay, again, this is a result of me just having cars. Okay, just having cars in my garage that I have worked on for other events. I haven't specifically gone and worked on this same cars. Call of the Wild, this was for a Dodge event. Again, this is just general legendary, which I maxed out one of my earlier legendaries, hence why I happened to work on it 643 days. I did put an upgrade into the engine because I was using it a bit more. Again, another car I would probably still work on fully, and the Nissan, again, I think it was Call of the Wild that we maxed this one out on. So other events have enabled me to build a team which is doing well in this stylish twist event. Okay, that's what you want to do. Not focus on cars for these events where you only get ceramic pack rewards, but use cars from other events that you have done well in, which offer better rewards, and that you've wanted to improve certain cars for those events, and then eventually they will come good in other events for you. So what's the tactic here? Now let me kind of show you. You can apply this to any event, okay, and in any rank. So if you're trying to get from, say, tier 3 to tier 2, or even, you know, from tier 4 to tier 3, whatever, the idea is still the same. So now here we can see I am time between rank 1 to 2, or tier 1, and 3 to 10, which is tier 2. As you can see, it's going to be very close here. So I've had 17 defeats, 31 victories. What are the tactics I should be employing? As we look at this, the idea is Michael Anders has guaranteed himself a tier 1 spot. So attacking him is not tactically a great play for me. I would want to be attacked in either this Pipo or Top Drives 48444, or, you know, one of these people in 345 who are close and can potentially take me away from this rank 2. What you have to think is, when I gain, for example, 13 points from beating any of these people, they also say lose 14 points. There's a 27 point difference between us. If I was to play Michael Anders, or I was to beat one of the lesser people down here who don't really look like they're threatening getting into tier 1, I will still get the, say, 13 point victory. But the 14 points they lose is kind of irrelevant. I only gain 13 points on these people rather than gaining almost double if I beat them. So my tactic is to try and beat these people. So then what you have to do is you have to find out which ones can you beat and on which track sets. So I always say, if you're going to attack an event like this and you're going for kind of a top tier or top 2 tiers, when you find a player, to make a note of the track set. If you beat them, make a note so you know you can beat them on that track set. If you lose, make a note that you lost so you avoid them if that track set comes up. Now, fortunately for me, Top Drives 48444 was one of the people who was in 4th. We have got Pipo, which was in 3rd, and Michael Anders in 1st. Now, I can beat all 3, okay? I can beat all 3, and I'm pretty sure I can beat them on all the tracks. I've not made a note because I haven't struggled yet, but I'm going to show you what I mean. So if I come up here and I take on Michael Anders first. Okay, so I go for the person at the top. I come here, I go for my victory. Now when you're doing this, it's important to note that you're not actually doing this, should we say, you're not doing these races to farm. Okay, you're not trying to get 3 stars here, you're just trying to beat your opponent. So this isn't a farming tip or anything, this is about trying to end up as high up the rankings as you can and trying to maintain yourself in a certain tier. So I come here, I get the victory. Okay, great. As you can see, I got plus 21 because I have managed to beat the person at the top. They only lose 19. It's not going to make a huge difference between me and him because I'm not going to catch him. I have gained 21 points on Pipo though, however. Now we go in and we use another ticket. We apply the same tactic again. This time I'm going to go on Pipo, who is just below me. Okay, so we come in, I say yes, I can beat you in this track set. Great. So this is the track set I come on, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I say great, I could beat you on this track set, so I'm going to play you. I play it. Well, I'm not going to show the races, just trust me here when I say I can get the victory. Take the victory. Okay, 1 star is fine. Now if we have a look, I gain 17 points. Okay, 17 points, not the, was it 19 or 21 from the other, 21 from the other race. So I've only gained 17 on my other rivals, so top drives. For example, top drives, when I played Michael Anders, I will gain 21 points over. I'm playing Pipo, I've only gained 17. So I've lost 4 points from what I could potentially gained on top drives 484. But on the person just below me, I have gained 17 and taken 15 away from them, which is a total turnaround of 32 points. So rather than going 21 and 21, I've essentially gone 32 and 17, which is 49 points, where 21 and 21 would be 42. So overall, between the two people, I've actually gained a 7-point advantage by playing Pipo over Michael Anders, although Michael Anders rewards me more technically for the victory. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. This is like what they would refer to in sporting as like a 6-pointer match in football, for example, where although you're only one team can technically win, that team winning means the other team loses, so the other team can't gain 3 points but that team has gained 3 points, so it's like a 6-point potential swing. Okay, that's the idea here. And again, if I then go for my final one here and I go and play top drives 484, show the points for facing him, and then we can work out which person is the best for me to target each match in order to try and stay at the best chance of staying in that rank or that tier 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we come here, we've played top drives, we skip it to the end. Okay, take the victory, 1 star, fine. If we look here, we gain 16 points on that victory. We lose, but he loses 14, so we get a 30-point victory over him, and a 16-point gap increases above Pipo here. So what we can conclude is the best person for me to attack is going to be Pipo. After Pipo, technically, because we're gaining 30 points here and 16 off of there, we get 46. Technically, it is still slightly better for us to attack the person in 4th rather than attacking the guy in 1st. However, if you do want to just put 21 on top of everyone, then you would attack the guy in 1st. So if everyone here was, for example, around the 100s or 200s or so, then by attacking Michael Anders, I can get a 21-point advantage on all of them, which would then maybe be fractionally better. But if one person is particularly closer than the rest, focus that person, okay, because it's the best bang for your buck using your energy to attack the person below you. There's absolutely no point attacking the people down near the bottom if they're nowhere near you, unless you cannot beat the higher ranked people, okay. If you can't beat the people around you, then yes, you just have to take the victory. But if you can, or even if it's only on 2 of the 4 track sets, if that track set comes up, make sure you attack that person, okay. Doing that will hopefully put you in the best position to rank as high as possible in the event and give you a chance of getting whatever reward it is you're after, depending on the particular event. As I said here, I'm not spending any resources in any of my cars. I just happen to have those cars in a position to enable me to get that rank 1, as it happens here. So that's been the main point of this video. We will come back when the McLaren Senna finals are up and running, when we know those requirements. Those packs will be installed in as well, so we will see. We may come and buy a few of those if we get particularly lucky in a couple of early packs with the ER tag. Possibly we'll open a few more and try and challenge for those finals, but if we don't, I think we'll probably be just sitting out and trying to get that tier 3. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I have been MyTyme. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you all soon.